Here are the major strategies employed by Theodor Herzl. Promotion of Zionism. Herzl's first and foremost strategy was to promote the concept of Zionism, advocating for the establishment of a Jewish state. Through his writings, speeches, and public engagements, he worked to raise awareness about the Zionist movement and its goals, rallying support from Jewish communities worldwide. Diplomatic negotiations. Herzl recognized the importance of diplomacy in achieving his vision. He engaged in extensive diplomatic efforts, meeting with world leaders, diplomats, and influential figures to gain recognition and support for the Zionist cause. His negotiations with key powers, such as Britain and the Ottoman Empire, were instrumental in obtaining political backing for a Jewish homeland. The World Zionist Organization. Herzl established the World Zionist Organization, WZO, in 1897, which served as the central body for coordinating and organizing Zionist activities. The WZO became a platform for Zionist leaders to collaborate, strategize, and work towards the common goal of establishing a Jewish state. Political advocacy. Herzl understood the importance of political advocacy to advance the Zionist agenda. He actively lobbied governments, political parties, and influential individuals to gain support for the idea of a Jewish state. Herzl's persistent efforts resulted in significant milestones, such as the Balfour Declaration, which was a key endorsement of the Zionist cause by the British government. Financial support. Recognizing the financial challenges associated with establishing a Jewish homeland, Herzl established the Jewish Colonial Trust. This financial institution provided crucial support by raising funds, providing loans, and investing in infrastructure projects in Palestine. The trust played a crucial role in facilitating Jewish immigration and settlement. Public relations and media engagement. Herzl understood the importance of public opinion and utilized various media platforms to shape and influence public discourse. He leveraged his skills as a journalist and writer to disseminate Zionist ideals, mobilize support, and counter opposition to the movement. Herzl's charisma and persuasive communication skills were key to his success in gaining widespread recognition for the Zionist cause. International Zionist Congress. Herzl initiated and organized the first Zionist Congress in 1897, which brought together delegates from Jewish communities around the world. The Congress served as a platform for discussing and strategizing the Zionist movement's goals, fostering unity, and charting a course of action. Negotiations with the Ottoman Empire. Herzl recognized the need to engage with the ruling power in Palestine, the Ottoman Empire, to secure land and rights for Jewish settlement. He pursued negotiations with the Ottoman authorities, seeking their support and cooperation for the Zionist project. Practical settlement. Herzl emphasized the importance of practical settlement in Palestine to demonstrate the viability and legitimacy of the Zionist project. He promoted agricultural and economic development, encouraging Jewish immigration and investment in the region. Herzl's focus on practical settlement aimed to create a self-sufficient Jewish community that could thrive in the homeland. These strategies employed by Theodor Herzl played a crucial role in laying the groundwork for the establishment of Israel and the success of the Zionist movement. Through his vision, leadership, and strategic initiatives, Herzl laid the foundation for the realization of a Jewish state, providing hope and a future for the Jewish people. Which Jewish leaders are still continuing Theodor Herzl's ideology and strategies? The ideology and strategies of Theodor Herzl continue to resonate with many Jewish leaders and organizations today. While it is important to note that no single individual can entirely embody Herzl's vision, there are prominent figures who have carried forward his principles and goals. Here are a few examples. Benjamin Netanyahu, as the former Prime Minister of Israel, 2009 to 2021, Netanyahu emphasized the importance of a strong and secure Jewish state. He worked towards promoting Israel's interests on the international stage and advocated for the preservation and expansion of Israeli settlements in the West Bank, aligning with Herzl's vision of practical settlement. Naftali Bennett, the current Prime Minister of Israel, Naftali Bennett, has expressed support for Zionism and Jewish self-determination. He has advocated for maintaining Israel's security, sovereignty, and Jewish identity, aligning with Herzl's goals of establishing a Jewish homeland and protecting Jewish interests. Jewish Agency for Israel. The Jewish Agency for Israel, established in 1929, continues to play a vital role in promoting Zionism and supporting Jewish immigration to Israel. The organization focuses on facilitating Aliyah, Jewish immigration to Israel, providing educational programs, and fostering connections between Israel and Jewish communities worldwide, reflecting Herzl's emphasis on mobilizing and uniting the Jewish people. World Zionist Organization. The World Zionist Organization, WZO, founded by Herzl in 1897, remains active in advancing Zionist ideals and initiatives. The organization works towards strengthening ties between Jews and Israel, supporting Jewish education, and promoting settlement in Israel. The WZO continues to convene the Zionist Congress regularly, providing a platform for Zionist leaders to discuss and shape the movement's future. Jewish philanthropists and activists. Many Jewish philanthropists and activists, inspired by Herzl's vision, continue to contribute to the Zionist cause and the well-being of the Jewish community. These individuals support various initiatives, such as funding educational programs, promoting Jewish identity and heritage, and investing in the development of Israel. While the specific strategies and approaches may vary among these leaders and organizations, their commitment to the principles of Zionism, Jewish self-determination, and the well-being of the Jewish people aligns with Herzl's ideology. They continue to uphold the spirit of Herzl's vision by advocating for Israel, supporting Jewish communities, and working towards a secure and prosperous future for the Jewish people. What are the next steps and future strategies not followed and implemented from Theodor Herzl's book? While Theodor Herzl's vision and strategies laid the foundation for the establishment of Israel and the success of the Jewish community, not all aspects of his vision have been fully realized or implemented. Here are some key steps and future strategies from Herzl's book that have not been fully followed. One-state solution. Herzl initially advocated for a one-state solution, where Jews and Arabs would coexist in a shared homeland with equal rights. However, the reality on the ground led to the eventual establishment of Israel as a predominantly Jewish state. The ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the quest for a lasting peace agreement have made it challenging to fully realize Herzl's vision of a shared state. Equality and inclusion. Herzl emphasized the importance of equality and inclusion within the Jewish state. While Israel strives to uphold democratic values and grant equal rights to all its citizens, there are ongoing challenges in achieving full equality for minority groups, including Arab Israelis and other marginalized communities. Efforts to bridge these gaps and create a more inclusive society continue to be important future strategies. Diplomatic solutions. Herzl believed in the power of diplomacy and negotiations to secure international recognition and support for the Jewish state. While Israel has achieved diplomatic recognition from many countries, achieving a comprehensive and lasting peace agreement with its neighbors remains a complex challenge. Future strategies should focus on continued diplomatic efforts, dialogue, and negotiations to advance peaceful coexistence in the region. Diaspora engagement. Herzl envisioned a strong connection between the Jewish homeland and Jewish communities in the diaspora. While Israel has made efforts to engage with the global Jewish community, there is room for further strengthening this connection. Future strategies could include initiatives to foster dialogue, cultural exchange, and collaboration between Israel and Jewish communities worldwide, promoting a sense of collective Jewish identity and shared purpose. Socioeconomic equality. Herzl emphasized the need for socioeconomic development and opportunities within the Jewish state. While Israel has made significant progress in economic growth and technological advancement, challenges related to income inequality and social disparities persist. Future strategies should prioritize socioeconomic equality, ensuring that all citizens have access to quality education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. Environmental sustainability. Herzl did not explicitly address environmental sustainability in his writings, but the importance of this issue has become increasingly apparent in the modern era. Future strategies should prioritize environmental conservation and sustainability practices to protect Israel's natural resources and ensure a sustainable future for generations to come. Jewish unity. Herzl's vision of Jewish unity remains an ongoing aspiration. While Israel serves as a unifying symbol for Jews worldwide, achieving unity among diverse Jewish communities and overcoming internal divisions is an ongoing challenge. Future strategies should aim to foster collaboration, dialogue, and a sense of shared purpose to strengthen Jewish unity globally. In conclusion, while Theodor Herzl's vision and strategies have set the stage for the success of Israel and the Jewish community, there are still areas where his ideas have not been fully realized. Addressing these aspects, such as pursuing inclusive policies, fostering diplomatic solutions, strengthening diaspora engagement, promoting socioeconomic equality, prioritizing environmental sustainability, and fostering Jewish unity, will be important future strategies to further advance Herzl's vision and ensure a prosperous and inclusive future for Israel and the Jewish people. Which are the past and present world leaders that are inspired in following on the footsteps of Theodor Herzl? The influence of Theodor Herzl's vision and ideas has resonated with numerous world leaders throughout history, as well as with present leaders who continue to draw inspiration from his legacy. While it is difficult to provide an exhaustive list, here are some notable past and present world leaders who have shown inspiration and followed in the footsteps of Theodor Herzl. David Ben-Gurion, as Israel's first prime minister, David Ben-Gurion played a pivotal role in the establishment of the state. He drew inspiration from Herzl's vision of a Jewish homeland and worked tirelessly to translate that vision into a reality. Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister during World War II, was sympathetic to the Zionist cause and instrumental in issuing the Balfour Declaration in 1917, which expressed support for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. His actions aligned with Herzl's efforts to secure international recognition and support for a Jewish state. Harry S. Truman, the 33rd President of the United States, played a significant role in the recognition of Israel. He was influenced by Zionist ideas and supported the UN Partition Plan of 1947, which led to the creation of the State of Israel. Menachem Begin, the sixth Prime Minister of Israel, drew inspiration from Herzl's vision and ideology. He actively pursued peace with neighboring countries while prioritizing the security and well-being of the Jewish state. Anwar Sadat, the President of Egypt, played a crucial role in the peace process with Israel, culminating in the signing of the historic Camp David Accords in 1978. His willingness to engage in dialogue and pursue peaceful coexistence reflected Herzl's belief in diplomatic solutions. Yitzhak Rabin, the fifth Prime Minister of Israel, embraced Herzl's vision of a secure and peaceful Jewish state. He was a key figure in the Oslo Accords, signing the historic peace agreement with Palestine Liberation Organization (PLO) leader Yasser Arafat, highlighting his commitment to Herzl's pursuit of diplomatic solutions. Angela Merkel, as the Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel has shown deep empathy towards the Jewish community and demonstrated a commitment to combating anti-Semitism. Her support for Israel and efforts to strengthen German-Israeli relations reflect Herzl's ideals of fostering international understanding and support for the Jewish people. Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, has shown a commitment to inclusivity and multiculturalism, while also supporting Israel. His advocacy for diversity and equality aligns with Herzl's vision of a society that embraces all its citizens and upholds democratic values. It's important to note that while these leaders may draw inspiration from Herzl, they also have their own unique perspectives and approaches. Herzl's influence can be seen in various aspects of their leadership, such as support for Israel, diplomatic endeavors, and promoting understanding among different communities. What were the common points in their philosophy and inspirations between Theodor Herzl and Karl Marx? While Theodor Herzl and Karl Marx had different ideological backgrounds and focuses, there were some common points in their philosophy and inspirations. Jewish identity and anti-Semitism. Both Herzl and Marx were influenced by their experiences with anti-Semitism and the challenges faced by the Jewish community. They recognized the need for addressing the issue of anti-Semitism and sought to find solutions to ensure the well-being and empowerment of Jews. Critique of capitalism. Marx's philosophy centered on critiquing capitalism and advocating for a socialist system. Herzl, on the other hand, focused on the establishment of a Jewish state as a solution to the challenges faced by Jews. Both recognized the limitations and inequities of the capitalist system and sought alternative approaches to address social and economic issues. Emphasis on collective action. Both Herzl and Marx emphasized the importance of collective action in bringing about societal change. They believed that individuals, particularly those facing oppression, needed to unite and work together to overcome their challenges and achieve their goals. Internationalism. Both Herzl and Marx had an internationalist perspective. Marx envisioned a global proletarian revolution that would transcend national boundaries, while Herzl sought international support and recognition for the establishment of a Jewish state. Both believed in the interconnectedness of societies and the need for international cooperation to address social and political issues. Utopian visions. Both Herzl and Marx had visions of an ideal society. Marx's vision was rooted in a classless, communist society where wealth and power were shared, while Herzl's vision was focused on the establishment of a Jewish state that would provide safety and prosperity for Jews. Although their visions differed in scope and focus, they shared a utopian desire to create a better future for their respective communities. Despite these commonalities, it is important to note that Herzl and Marx had distinct approaches and objectives. Herzl's focus was primarily on the Jewish question and the establishment of a Jewish state, while Marx's analysis and critique of society were broader and encompassed class struggle and economic systems. Their ideas and philosophies have had significant impacts on history, shaping discussions around identity, capitalism, and social change. What were the common points in their philosophy and inspirations between Theodor Herzl and Karl Marx? While Theodor Herzl and Karl Marx had different ideological backgrounds and focuses, there were some common points in their philosophy and inspirations. Jewish identity and anti-Semitism. Both Herzl and Marx were influenced by their experiences with anti-Semitism and the challenges faced by the Jewish community. They recognized the need for addressing the issue of anti-Semitism and sought to find solutions to ensure the well-being and empowerment of Jews. Critique of capitalism. Marx's philosophy centered on critiquing capitalism and advocating for a socialist system. Herzl, on the other hand, focused on the establishment of a Jewish state as a solution to the challenges faced by Jews. Both recognized the limitations and inequities of the capitalist system and sought alternative approaches to address social and economic issues. Emphasis on collective action. Both Herzl and Marx emphasized the importance of collective action in bringing about societal change. They believed that individuals, particularly those facing oppression, needed to unite and work together to overcome their challenges and achieve their goals. Internationalism. Both Herzl and Marx had an internationalist perspective. Marx envisioned a global proletarian revolution that would transcend national boundaries, while Herzl sought international support and recognition for the establishment of a Jewish state. Both believed in the interconnectedness of societies and the need for international cooperation to address social and political issues. Utopian visions. Both Herzl and Marx had visions of an ideal society. Marx's vision was rooted in a classless, communist society where wealth and power were shared, while Herzl's vision was focused on the establishment of a Jewish state that would provide safety and prosperity for Jews. Although their visions differed in scope and focus, they shared a utopian desire to create a better future for their respective communities. Despite these commonalities, it is important to note that Herzl and Marx had distinct approaches and objectives. Herzl's focus was primarily on the Jewish question and the establishment of a Jewish state, while Marx's analysis and critique of society were broader and encompassed class struggle and economic systems. Their ideas and philosophies have had significant impacts on history, shaping discussions around identity, capitalism, and social change. Was Henry Kissinger inspired by Theodor Herzl? While there is no direct evidence to suggest that Henry Kissinger, the former U.S. Secretary of State, was specifically inspired by Theodor Herzl, it is worth noting that Kissinger was influenced by a variety of political thinkers and historical figures. As a prominent diplomat and strategist, Kissinger's intellectual influences spanned a broad range of sources. Kissinger's thinking was shaped by realist principles, which prioritized the pursuit of national interest and power dynamics in international relations. His approach to diplomacy focused on balance of power, negotiations, and maintaining stability. While Herzl's ideas were more centered on the Jewish question and the establishment of a Jewish state, their areas of focus differ from Kissinger's broader geopolitical perspective. It is possible that Kissinger, like many other leaders and intellectuals, may have been aware of Herzl's contributions to the Zionist movement and the establishment of Israel. However, the extent to which Kissinger drew direct inspiration from Herzl is unclear. Kissinger's diplomatic strategies and policies were influenced by various factors, including historical context, Cold War dynamics, and his own experiences and insights. In conclusion, while there is no concrete evidence of Kissinger being specifically inspired by Herzl, it is important to recognize that intellectual influences are complex and multifaceted. Kissinger's approach to diplomacy and his realist perspective were shaped by a wide range of sources, and Herzl's influence on Kissinger, if any, may have been indirect or incidental rather than a direct source of inspiration.